So Heather and I are getting married this summer, and we've had the conversation about, children. And as much as we, would love to have a family someday, it doesn't really line up with our long-term goals. I have centered my career pretty much around bodybuilding, so this has direct ties to my income. Not only could I be a full-time coach with my client load, I also could be I also have a career working for NutriCap Labs. They're a large supplement manufacturer that like supplement companies like Revive and Raw use as their manufacturer. So I'm one of their sales representatives, and I've really been blessed with that opportunity because they understand bodybuilding because they're in it. They manufacture a ton of sports nutrition supplements. So for me, it's been like building my entire life around this to the point where like my sole existence is tied to bodybuilding, and I'm fine with that, and because it's what I'm passionate about. I love this sport.
It's because I'm female, and if I'm looking really heavy, it draws way too much attention, and I don't like it. I'm like, don't look at me. Thanks. You got that.
And I've given up so much to make this be like my ultimate goal. Like my dream job is to be a full-time coach where I can, support my entire family and all of our needs with just my coaching income. So that's a huge goal for me, and ultimately just taking my own bodybuilding as far as I possibly can.
Well, one of the things that I think separates Justin is that although bodybuilding is so incredibly important to him, and it is his 24/7 lifestyle, he also has 2 full-time careers that he balances. He works for NutriCap, which he mentioned earlier, and he's there 9 a.m. He works sometimes to 6 or 7 at night. Then it's the gym, and then it's whatever cardio he has to do. And then we have maybe an hour in the evenings usually together at that point. Justin gives 100% into everything that he does. So I love that about him, but it does make him a very intense individual. And there's nothing that he will let slack off. And that's an impossible lifestyle for a lot of different people. And I think anybody else under the workload and pressure load that he carries would not be able to have a successful career. And that was one reason I was so excited he was doing this little mini series for Camp Jansen. It's just to showcase that you can have it all, in a sense. You can have not even a 9-to-5 because he works more than that, but a career that he's passionate about and a coaching business that he's very passionate about. What I would love to see is for him to have a full-time coaching business, because I see how much passion and love he has for this sport, whether or not he's the one on stage. He gets just as excited when he has a client showing as he does when he's on the stage himself.
Hey. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. One more.
For us, bodybuilding isn't all glitz and glam. It's not about being an influencer and not being able to work a full-time job because you're a full-time bodybuilder and things like that. And while that's great for some people, that's not how we live our lives. Like, we make the time for it. Anything that's important to somebody, they're gonna make time for, because we all have the same 24 hours in every single day. So it's about being optimal and maximizing your time, and we do a great job at that, in my opinion, of managing our time and not wasting it with any like mindless activities or things like that are just a true waste of time. If we have downtime that we're not directly spending with each other, then we're doing something constructive. So this is really for like the working man, that it can be done while working 60 plus hour weeks across 2 different careers, and still giving 110% into your bodybuilding and 100% into the relationship, because I know a ton of bodybuilders that lose relationships when they go into a contest prep, or just lose relationships because there's not that connection that they have. They don't have a partner that understands, which is something that I'm truly appreciative of. And those are the people that I relate to as well. I follow plenty of people and are friends with several that did it the same way I'm doing it, and I admire those guys and I can relate to them, because that's what this is for. Like, this is just to show that it can be done. The working man can still achieve as much as he wants. So, like, with everything that we do together to try and make this be the best team possible, that one of our dreams has always been to compete together and be on stage. And actually, our goal has been to win our pro cards together. And so that's why we've led to Nationals is the show that we're going to do. We're going to step on stage together for the very first time. She's seen me step on stage. I've seen her step on stage, but never together. So, this year at Nationals, our goal is, we're both Camp Jansen athletes, to bring, 2 more pro cards back to Camp Jansen.
I do think us doing the same show together adds a little bit more motivation. One, I'm not just doing it for me at this point. I'm doing it for him too, because he cares just as much about my prep as he does his own. And in that moment of us both having the potential to go pro and being able to share that experience for life together is so important, that I don't think, one, that either one of us will let the other slack off, but two, that either one of us is going to let off the gas to take away from that shared experience.
I'll damn near say that I can guarantee it's going to happen this year. Like, we're both going to get our pro cards this year at Nationals, and Camp Jansen's going to have, that many more pro cards.